Good morning, true crime friends. It is always feast or famine in this true crime world. And today, it is a feast. Look, wait. I'm gonna need you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We have so much to get into this morning. Dogs, don't you start with me today. These dogs are always barking. Look, first of all, yesterday, Timothy Ferriter in the state of Florida versus Tim Ferriter. Tim got convicted, y'all. He's going to be in the box for the next couple of years. Only the box that he's going to be in is going to be a lot more comfortable than the 8x8 box with the bucket in the corner that he had for his teenage son. Here's the thing that is really driving me crazy about this case. Yes, sir, you were adjudicated guilty, but his lawyer is out here still defaming this child. They're like, yes, my client abused him for 3 years and denied him food and freedom. But you know what? As soon as he got free, his behavior didn't improve. Ma'am, this family tortured a small child for many years. And you're like, he's still behaving badly. Ma'am, something tells me that Mr. Tim Ferriter is probably not going to be behaving that good when he first gets out of prison either. I wonder if sitting in a box will help him improve his behavior and his attitude. Something tells me no. Also, Court TV, you shady AF, and I'm here for it. They had a criminal, what do you call people who used to be in prison? I don't know. A formerly incarcerated individual. They had one of those over on the Court TV. Talk about life in prison in Florida. This man, oh my goodness, sir. First of all, he was like, yeah, I've been in every prison around the state. Okay, sir, are you bragging? Are you just giving us information? I was not clear. Anyway, he was like, in northern Florida, they're very violent. In southern Florida, they manipulate you a lot. Most of the prisons in the state don't have air conditioning. It's still Florida, right? Tim, at least you going into prison in the winter. Maybe it won't be as hot, but I've been to Florida in the winter. It's not warm. It's okay, I don't think that's going to go good for you, sir. And he was like, yeah, they're going to manipulate him. They're going to give him a list and say, go to commissary and get all these things to me. And if he comes back without those things, there will be consequences. And he said they could beat him up or worse. What's worse? This does not sound like it's going to be a good situation. Something tells me he's going to want to go to federal prison. Those luxury prisons, they really are not that luxury. But me personally, I don't want to go to prison at all. I've read the Yelp reviews and no thank you. You know the bad thread count on the sheets. I can't. So as a result, I drive slowly with hands at 10 and 2, and I don't commit murderation, stabation, none of the Asians, no crimes, no arson, no whatever. Now listen. Do I talk reckless about people? Oh yeah, all time, every day, right here on the YouTube. Y'all are here for it, but you can't get a ticket for that. I'm just saying. And in other true crime, Kaitlin Armstrong. I know you've seen the video. I know you have seen it. Kaitlin Armstrong, for those who do not know, unalived her boyfriend's girlfriend. Oh, she suspected that her boyfriend had been getting it in with this other chick. So she went over to the woman's house and unalived her. All these people are cyclists. So in good shape or whatever. And Kaitlin is a yoga instructor. Good for her. Was a yoga instructor. Right now, she's just a prisoner. So she's sitting over there in the prison. Well, so when she first unalived the woman, she took her sister's passport, flew down to Costa Rica, got a nose job, dyed her hair, did all this stuff. But she's a yoga instructor, so she walking through the airport with a yoga mat under her arm. Ma'am, you might have not stood out as much if you didn't have a big giant yoga mat under your arm. But listen, who am I to give advice to a fugitive? So she's down there in Costa Rica, and they go to arrest her, and they say, ma'am, what's your name? And she gives a fake name. They like, Heifer, please. So she was like, okay, my real name is Kaitlin Armstrong. They take her into custody, and then they transfer her back to Texas. Okay, fine. She's set in Texas in jail for a year. I give this woman credit. She's at least smart and crafty. She's like, I have to go to the doctor. Can y'all just take me over here to a doctor's appointment? And they were like, okay, we're going to dress you up in the black and white stripes, and we're going to take you to the doctor's appointment. I do not know the circumstances under which she got free, but she was able to escape. The video of her running through the field with her striped pants, looking like the Hamburglar. In my mind, she was like, robble, 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 robble. You know, like the Hamburglar used to do. And she's running, and people have put all kinds of crazy music under it. It is hilarious. I was like, look at this Hamburglar heifer trying to jump a fence. Girl, she's still athletic. She's clearly stretching and doing her downward dogs and everything else. She's doing all the asanas in the prison. Now she gonna have a nice solitary confinement cell. I wonder if they saved that 8x8 box from the Tim Ferriter case, because girl, that's what they're gonna put you in. Probably something smaller. They're gonna shackle your ankles. Are they gonna put her on a leash like they did Alex Murdoch, where they like put the chain around your waist and then they handcuff your hands to your wrist and then they walk you on a leash like a dog? Girl, this not gonna go good for you. Also, ma'am, Miss Kaitlin, I don't think you're watching this. Although maybe you like secreted a cell phone up your bum, and so now you sitting up in the prison like, well, there's nothing else to do. Let me just jump on Gossip Room or Innuendo and see like what she talking about. Girl, I'm talking about you today. Hey, prisoners with all you contraband cell phones, how y'all doing? Anyway, because in my mind, the prisoners are now all gathered around the bunk watching me. Hey, y'all, please don't come and visit. Anyway, so she tried to escape. She's back in custody. She was free for all of 10 minutes. Ma'am, consciousness of guilt. So now she's clearly going down for a very long time because, what's her lawyer gonna say? She was upset and frustrated with the accommodations. She was gonna claim she didn't unalive that lady, and so she just ran away as fast as her little feet would carry her. She was doing a play. She was reenacting the Hamburglar scenes from the McDonald Land Mysteries. Ma'am. This not gonna go good for you. I don't know if you know, but this is not gonna go good for you. Honey, the other thing that I have exposed myself to, which has brought me great joy, is, you know Carlee Russell, right? Look, as a brief recap, Carlee Russell is this chick who says she saw a baby walking down the side of the highway, and she was like, I got out to get the baby, and then I got kidnapped by a clown and his wife. Okay. And they tied me up, and the clown's wife just brushed my hair, and they tied me up, but very gently, and they did not intimately assault me. Carlee, girl, that story sounds crazy, and I'm gonna need you to go back to creative writing class. Do you need a weekly writing prompt? What do we need to do to help you get better? So, from the mind of Carlee Russell, who came up with this lame behind story, comes a new movie called, wait, I had to write it down because the title was so long, The Nurse That Saw the Baby on the Highway. Okay. Every expense was spared in the making of this movie. It is now available over on Amazon Prime. Now look, I was like, I do not know if I really support the making of this film, especially considering the budget was clearly about 35 cents. But I was like, on the strength of I need to do the research from a nice little YouTube channel here, I bought the movie. Y'all, I didn't rent the movie. I bought the movie. And let me just tell you, I'm glad I did. It is possibly the lowest budget movie I have ever seen in my entire life. They did Carlee so dirty in this movie. So dirty. Oh my God. I love everything about this movie, but not because it's good, but because it's so bad. So look, Carlee's a cute girl with a cute figure, whatever. The person they have playing Carlee, not so much. Look, if you know on this one, right? For those of us in the Black community know and understand certain things, right? There are all kinds of Black people. We are not a monolith. There are people, now listen, on TV, mostly you see like the hood version of the community, or sometimes in movies, you see like the J&J version, right? Very like bougie and on the vineyard and blah, blah, blah. Most of us live somewhere in the middle, right? In real life, and by real life, I mean the actual news, Carlee's family and them seem like more on the J&J side, right? Like everything has to be excellent and everything has to be just so, and you must do the right things and blah, blah, blah. In this movie, they present Carlee if she was real hood. And I'm like, oh, this family is not going to enjoy this film. They got these people out here looking crazy. Also, because they could not use Carlee's name, the main character in the movie is called Marley. Okay, Marley Wilson. And Marley Wilson is dating Mike, and Mike is addicted to strippers and porn. I'm like, is that what happened in real life? I don't, inspired by true events, but not that closely aligned with true events. And so when Marley goes to her spa job, well, first of all, in every scene, she's eating snacks. And in every scene, this film, if you can call it that, starred, Renee, something like that. Rena Renee. The woman who stars as Marley has a first name and a last name that rhyme. Both of them start with R. That's all I recall. Because listen, you're not here for facts, you're here for gossip. So anyway, it stars Renee, whatever her name is, co-stars Snacks. Every snacks. Oh, she got Chico sticks. When was the last time you even saw a Chico stick? This heifer got Chico sticks. She got granola bars. She got cheeses. So many cheeses. And then she goes to her little spa job, and the spa boss is talking reckless to her, and she steals a robe. I'm like, okay, that's accurate to life. And rolls of toilet paper. I had forgotten she stole rolls of toilet paper. She's like, I'm going to be on the run, but I need something soft and cushy to wipe my behind. And then she, the whole thing happens where she's like driving down the side of the road. She leaves her wig on the side of the road and her purse, and she runs through the tunnel and goes to the red roof. And chow, they didn't at least have a La Quinta. And we know La Quinta is Spanish for behind the IHOP. But come on now, red roof. Anyway, okay, so she goes to the red roof inn. Oh, and the movie is set in Baltimore. Actual events took place in like Alabama, Mississippi, one of them southern states that I don't go to. So I was just like, okay. And so you see Miss Marley in bed that is littered with snacks. She's sleeping with the granola bars and the Cheez-Its, crumbs everywhere, Cheez-Its stuck to the side of her face, a bad wig that's crooked. I was like, y'all did this girl so dirty. Oh, I loved it so much. I'm going to watch it again today because it's just that bad. And so you get a sense of what it's like, right? I don't know what you like to watch here on the YouTubes. I watch a lot of cat videos and animal stuff and stuff like that. My beloved husband loves himself a hood drama. Are you familiar with hood dramas? There are all these hood soap operas that are basically people from various neighborhoods. I've only seen the ones from New York City. Maybe they have them in other places, but my husband enjoys a hood soap opera called Respect Life. Now, if you do not speak, I think it takes place in Brownsville, but my husband is from the Bronx. So the accent and the manner of speaking that is on display in Respect Life, I think of these people as speaking Bronx. I do not speak Bronx, but I understand it when it's spoken. So my Midwestern cousins, I was like, y'all got to watch this soap opera on YouTube called Respect Life. And they were watching it and they were like, is this in English? I have no idea what they're saying. But it's fairly decent considering A, nobody in this show was actors. B, it's shot just like people walking down the street in the projects with a video camera and in the hallways and whatever. The production values are crazy. Respect Life, AKA As the Ghetto Turns, because that's what I call it. Whenever my husband's watching, I'm like, what you watching? And he's like, I'm like, oh, As the Ghetto Turns. Okay, cool. So this Marley Wilson movie is basically As the Ghetto Turns for this situation that happened with Carlee Russell, aka Marley Wilson. It's so trashy. I loved every minute of it. And it's only 48 minutes long. Who doesn't have a spare 48 minutes? You can just put it on in the background and wash the dishes or something like that. It's delightful. And by delightful, I mean terrible. The whole movie starts with her in an extended sex scene with her boyfriend. And I'm like, I am at work watching this. Can y'all like finish a little more quickly? Because ew, manners, people, manners. Y'all can't be doing oochie coochie here on my TV screen, on my phone, when I'm at the office. I work a decent job. So anyway, last but certainly not least, Melly. There's a development in the Melly trial. It was breaking news last night that Christine Bradley has been kicked off the case. The lead prosecutor, Christine Bradley, who talks like a preschool teacher, Christine Bradley, she has been removed by the judge from the case. And here's why. The defense is saying that the lead detective, whose name escapes me right now, but I know y'all saying it out loud like, oh, that dude? Yeah, that dude. Morelli, Detective Morelli. They're saying Detective Morelli was crooked and whatever. Okay, fine. And they're saying that Christine Bradley, helped him in his crookedness. And so Christine Bradley might need to be called as a rebuttal witness in the case about Detective Morelli. And if she might be a witness in the Melly case, then she cannot be prosecuting the Melly case. And so the prosecutor's office has had to scramble and come up with a new prosecutor. Okay, fine. So this trial is starting soon. Is it starting now? Is it going on right now? Are they in voir dire for jury selection? I'm not sure. I believe they're already in voir dire, though. So anyway, Christine Bradley has been kicked off. They're going to bring in another heavy hitter. And I think the defense is saying, okay, now that the woman who is deeply entrenched and knows the most about the case is off the case, this is going to help us out. And it might. I have no idea. Will Melly be convicted? Likely. But honestly, in my opinion, quiet as it's kept, and you know I'm putting this little opinion deep into this video because the Melly fans have no chill, none whatsoever, and I don't need that smoke. This is my opinion. It kind of, stay with me, doesn't matter if he's convicted or not. And here's why. Melly and his lifestyle and his choices have made it clear he not gonna be on this mortal coil for that long. Do you think Melly's gonna be like a little old man in a rocking chair sitting on the front porch, with his grandkids or something? No. No matter what he does, this gentleman, and I use the term loosely, seems like a fella who's not gonna be around for that long. So going to jail, going to prison might actually save his life. He's reckless. He talking crazy. He's out here in these streets doing all the who's who and the what's what and the whatever. Sir. So, Spoon is one of the decedent's daddies. Spoon and them are probably gonna get together and listen, Karma gonna find Melly. So I understand that the case is coming. I understand that people want justice. Good, fine. All of that is great. But here's the thing. Karma got a long memory. She know everybody address. She drives a big bus. She knows where you are. She like Santa Claus. She knows if you've been naughty or nice. Doesn't matter if you're sleeping or awake. Oh, she gonna get you. So, people had their pressure way up on the Melly trial. And I was like, okay, keep your pressure down, calm down, because I say it all the time. The judicial system, all these court cases, it's not about what happened. It is never about what happened. It's always about what the state can prove. And Melly has a lot of big, high-powered lawyers. And the state, in my opinion, in the first trial, proved the case. Will they be able to do that again? I don't know. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. But if Melly walks free, I don't think he's going to be walking for long, because it's enough people in this case that he is upset that prison might be the safest place for him. I'm just saying. But he's going to go free, and he's going to make a song about it, and a couple people going to make a couple dollars off of it, and then somebody's going to help him with his visit here on this mortal coil, and he going to be on the other side of glory. That's all I'm saying. I would expect, I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I'm not in charge. I don't want no parts of it. But honey, like my southern auntie would say, child, I'm just going to hide and watch. I'm going to hide and watch. Look, I need to get myself together and figure out what we're going to do for lunchtime true crime. My hot water heater has gone out. There's water all on my basement floor. Ooh, the joys of home ownership. Let me just recount very briefly. In the time that we have lived in this house, which is about 20 years at this point, we have been through 2 stoves, one refrigerator, which is nice, 4 dishwashers, 2 washers, 2 dryers. This is our 3rd hot water heater, 2 furnaces, and 2 central air conditioning systems. Yay. The American dream. So the nice people are going to come and install the new hot water heater, hopefully sooner rather than later. Right now I'm heating up pots of water so my children and them can wash their faces in nice warm water before they go to school today and whatever. I personally am taking a shower at the gym because I'm not about that bird bath life, standing in the tub with a thing of hot water. I'm also not about that cold shower life. So I'm going to go finish heating water for my peoples, and then I'm going to go to the gym and swim and take a nice, delightful hot shower. Maybe everybody can go to the gym with me. Look, we about to get some buddy passes or whatever for the gym. They're like, we not working out. We going straight back to the shower to take a shower. Anyway, it's a lot going on today. Y'all get on with your day. I will be here for lunchtime true crime. Oh, there will be true crime at lunchtime. And we will be here to have a little chitty chat about whatever else is going on in the true crime world. Until then, you make it a good one, and I will see you soon. Bye.